You lie like a rug, Rango.
That's a good movie, dude. That's my favorite cartoon about a lizard. What's yours?
Dead air. Dead air. Oh no. They've turned the show off.
You gotta stick around.
I feel like there's one. There's one on the tip of my tongue, man, that like I know there's a lizard in something.
You're probably thinking of Franklin. He was a turtle.
I didn't like Franklin, so no.
He could count by twos and tie his shoes.
I know, dude. I was there. I watched it. He was the only thing stopping me from big comfy couch. I've been to Texas. I went to Dallas once, but I didn't get to really sightsee much because I went for WrestleMania. We like flew in for the show and then left. Me and Cord Stacy went.
I've been through.
It was cool. I mean, it where I was at seemed all right. It probably would have been fun if I would have got up and did things, but I mean, we were at the fucking show all day and night.
I personally not a fan of the climate or the distance between towns.
Yeah,
I tell
it's
you,
very
one
big and
good
very hot
thing,
out there, man.
That's a great thing about the East Coast, and as far out as we are, it's like this from the East Coast all the way to basically like Missouri, but towns are close by.
Yeah.
Like, if you drive on the fucking interstate here, there's an exit for a town every fucking 5 miles, just about.
Yeah.
Like, everything's
You get out there, man, it's a
far
long
apart.
way, dude, yeah.
And if you live in a
drive
small
hours
town,
when you get to another town, you know. Yeah.
and you want to go fucking to the nearest fucking, grocery store or something,
Yeah.
Walmart, movie theater,
Yeah.
something. Fuck, when we were young, there wasn't fucking, we either had to come over here, it's like the closest thing, or go to Louisville to there was no Walmart or a Kroger.
Florence hadn't even really come up when we were kids either, man. Florence has really grown like the last 10 years, man. When we were younger, like the mall was really it. That's all they really had, man.
They had Sam's Club. They had fucking the biggest Walmart in the world when we were kids.
Yeah, I meant like in general as far as
in general, the suburbs part has...
Mall Road all the way down to Houston there has really grown up in the past 10 years.
It's gone from an isolated...
Where it used to be Fields and a big Sam's Club and then Fields and the mall. Like now
I think Florence used to be its own thing.
Yeah.
And now it's so big that it's a suburb of Cincinnati.
Yeah.
I think the suburbs of Cincinnati...
And that's what we say. Northern Kentucky's just South Cincinnati.
Yeah. But it used to be... I would consider that only down to about, like, Alexandria.
Yeah.
But now I would say all the way down to Florence is basically southern Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the people that live in the really nice suburbs there in Boone County, they work in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But Cincinnati's all right, dude.
I love Cincinnati, man.
Cincinnati's getting nicer, too. It's one of them cities that's like had a long struggle to get gentrified.
Yeah, we talked about that when we seen Guar last week. We were up there, and
dude, that shit was crazy.
Bogarts and that
area, Vine Street,
nice,
that used to be like when we went up for shows there in like the early 2000s. I remember when Andrew and I went up there in 2007. It was like, do not hang out on Vine Street. Like, Vine Street's dangerous. It was mostly run down more than anything.
Yeah. Same with Over the Rhine too.
Yeah,
OTR's super nice.
But now it's like hipsterfied, dude. It's crazy.
The first time I went to Vine Street was, I think I was like 20, maybe 21. So it's well over 10 years ago, and it still was not. It was nothing like it is now. And we went up there to
those people. Where did they go?
I don't know.
Where did they put them?
I went and got the Wampus Cat tattoo, and
on Vine.
It was a street off of Vine. You had to go through Vine to get to it. Me and Jeff Pinnock went up there. It was Ballistics. I don't know if it's still there or not, but that one guy we knew, Lee Brewster, he worked there. And I went to him, and he did that tattoo. And back then, like, Vine was still not great. And then me and Corley went to a show probably 3 years ago, and he was like, yeah, it's on Bogart, it's on Vine. I was like, I haven't been there in a long time. And, dude, it was super fucking nice.
The amount of college kids. I mean, UC's always been right there, but you never saw college kids like around there when you would go to a show. We walked out the door and it was like the whole street was a big fucking party. Nothing but college kids.
I remember going to Over the Rhine several years ago too, and always hearing how bad it was. And then me and Erica went up there for a show one night, and dude, it was awesome. It looked like Bogarts did the other night, just a lot of college kids out.
Well, Portland and Louisville. It's like there are all of those rundown areas in all the cities are being fixed up. But, you know, I almost wonder if the crazy increase in the homeless population has anything to do with the increase in gentrification in all of American cities. Because where did those people go?
I would assume.
Probably homeless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More than likely.
Headliners, that whole area by down in Louisville by Headliners.
Yeah.
Used to be, it wasn't really like ghetto, but it was like abandoned warehouses and shit. Right. Not a lot of houses. Now all those warehouses are like luxury apartments.
That place I did stand up at, I'm pretty sure we passed where Phoenix Hill Tavern used to be.
Yeah, it's on Barrett Avenue.
Yeah, that's where it's at.
Basically,
I thought I seen the little sign on the door
Highlands.
that said former home of Phoenix Hill Tavern.
It might have been part of Phoenix Hill, yeah.
Yeah, it had on the door. We were walking by one.
Is it right where Barrett meets Bardstown?
Yeah, like that weird triangle look.
Yeah, that would be it.
We stopped at Goodfellas and ate pizza before we went over there.
Spinelli's right next to there too. Mm-hmm. The good one.
I forgot about that. If I would have remembered Spinelli's was right there, we would have ate
that over
Goodfellas.
Yeah, Goodfellas is good. Though.
It's not bad. Oh yeah, it was great.
I like Jets, dude.
Jets
I'll get Jets
either,
when I'm in Northern Kentucky, Cincinnati.
Goodfellas is still affordable too. I got one of them giant fucking New York slices and a bottle of water for like $6.
Oh hell yeah!
And I said, I'm not gonna bitch about that, dude.
No, that's not. I don't know what the prices are at like Spinelli's and Popolino's and
I haven't
shit
been to
now,
Spinelli's in years, man.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
But I always liked it though. Always had a good pie.
Yeah, I've been having to try the gluten-free pies at places, and that seems like a place that would have a gluten-free pie.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know?
Yeah.
That is one good thing about those more hipstery style places. If you do have food allergies.
Yeah. If you have the vegan option, the gluten-free option, like there's a lot to
help you out.
Yeah. Hey, I gotta, since we're on the subject of food, and I got a controversial topic I want to talk about. Usually it's you that brings up controversy. Tonight I want to bring up controversy. I was scrolling the Instagram reels like I do because I like Instagram reels more than anything else. Instagram really has taken over my love of what Twitter used to be. Like,
yeah, I'm on Instagram way more now,
like
too.
I fuck with Instagram a lot.
But I had Facebook and Twitter as much as possible.
I had stumbled across a video, and it was a guy, and he had like 20,000 followers, whatever. But he goes to third world countries and he saves dogs from being eaten. And he is like, he's like a dog meat savior is like his fucking handle or whatever. So he'll
PETA, but for dogs in Asia.
And he will go to the people that have the dogs and they have them in the cages and they're clearly abusing them. They're clearly beating the shit out of them and then burning them alive on the street and selling the meat.
Yeah.
And he will go
like you do with chickens or cows or anything else.
And he will go and he will buy these dogs and save them. And at first, when I first saw it, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool, man. This guy's out here saving dogs. And then I seen some children in the videos in the background. And I started thinking, like, my moral compass was, like, all over the place. Because I was like, cool, he's saving these dogs. But then I was thinking, like, what are those kids standing there going to eat tonight? Yeah. Because in those countries, dog meat is a delicacy. Like, that's what they eat. Now, is it cool that they're beating the fucking shit out of these dogs and abusing them and keeping them in cages? Absolutely not. But I left a comment and I said, hey, bro, I think it's great what you're doing. You should keep that same energy when you come back to the States for the pigs and the chickens and the cows.
People don't like that.
And they didn't. And nobody liked my comment and people were talking shit to me. But I just don't know where we went as a society where we felt one animal was better than the other animal when all animals...
I think
except
we've tried
for fish,
a lot of them.
Fish don't have feelings.
I think we have tried a lot of the animals and stuck to the ones that we thought tasted
and
better.
And the Yulin Dog Festival, he was there for that too. He had a video on that. He was walking the streets. There? Yeah, they have the big dog festival every year.
Big dog cook-off.
And they're all hanging dogs. Like all the tents have just dead.
Now, does anybody make dog hot dogs?
And I thought about that for real, but I don't think they have the means to press the meat and make a dog. But it is fucked up in a sense.
What's fucked up the most about it is like most of these species of dogs that they're cooking are at least one time domesticated species. Like even these like street mutts, they're mutts of like formerly domesticated. So what that means is like we've domesticated cows, but we've domesticated dogs to be our buddies, but only over here. I don't know. Because they, in some of those countries, they'll still have pet dogs and then also eat dogs.
I think I'm one day closer each day from cutting red meat out completely.
Yeah, I mean,
one of these days. Man.
I can confidently say I only eat pretty dumb animals.
You eat chickens,
fish and chickens and turkeys.
Yeah.
I mean, that's about it.
Yeah.
You don't want.
And don't get me wrong, dude. I
wouldn't eat a crow.
I love a cheeseburger, bro. Cheeseburger's my favorite thing. I like a steak occasionally. Like I like red meat.
Turkey burger.
And turkey burger's not bad. Turkey bacon rules, dude.
Turkey bacon's delicious.
Turkey bacon, dude.
Yeah.
Turkey bacon. Well, I like it with my pancakes and the syrup with the turkey bacon. Like
there.
I don't know. There's something about turkey bacon that's got a dryness that I like.
Yeah.
It's a good dryness.
I think it's easier to get the
it,
consistency right than it is with regular bacon. Like you can bake it, you can put it in the pan, it's gonna come out the same.
Yeah.
Regular bacon, it's so easy to make it too chewy or too crunchy.
Yeah.
I've never been a big bacon guy. Like red meat, like I did like burger and shit. I just stopped eating it because of my stomach. But I was never a pork guy.
I fucking love bacon, bro.
Dude, I swear.
It's the only part of pork I really like.
I think it's a genetic thing.
But bacon, man.
Because the smell I get from it is not what I'm assuming is the pleasant smell most people get. It smells like bad. Bacon specifically, I used to be able to do like pork chops or something like that. But altogether, I've never been a big pork guy.
The aroma of bacon just sets me off. I love that shit.
It smells a little bit like, you know how like some people hate Parmesan cheese because it's got that bile kind of smell? It's very similar to that. I smell like bile in it.
I hate that for you.
It is a dirty, dirty meat. Pigs are the most infested with worms. That's why like most pork is salted to shit to like kill everything in it, you know, but...
And I think my love for pork come from like in the holidays because I hate turkey. I don't like turkey. Like anytime they would cook a turkey,
because it has to be cooked right.
Yeah,
bad turkey.
I'm not saying
terrible.
I haven't had good turkeys.
I've had good turkey, but
I've
more often than not,
had that good ham. Anytime I had that ham, it never failed. Sometimes there was a bad turkey, dude. Sometimes a little too dry. Sometimes it's like, and the dark meat turkey's good.
Yeah,
like, but you can't always get in there and get that at a family gathering.
I've only had vultures. Like 2 or 3 good turkeys.
You know what I mean?
Yo, bro, there's Verkeys, Tulchers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They breed.
I like that real thin sliced deli turkey.
Some folks call it deli meat. Other folks call it lunch meat. I call it sandwich meat.
What do you? I call it lunch meat. But when you say
thin sliced,
okay, here, let me. I'm gonna say something and you finish it.
Okay.
Okay. Breakfast, lunch, and
dinner.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yep.
Let me ask you this.
Because I say a breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And everybody's like, it's supper.
Well,
and I'm like, that's
fine.
I
agree with you that you can supper and dinner are interchangeable. Yeah. But have you ever met people who call lunch supper?
Yeah, I have. Old folk.
Old That's folk. A very
yeah.
country thing.
Yeah.
Is they go breakfast, supper, dinner.
Well, you cook it for supper and it's like 1 o'clock.
I'm at work. Yeah. What's going on?
You mean lunch?
Yeah, that's a weird one. That one when I was
for me it's
prison
brunch and supper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's no breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's brunch and supper.
Well, for me it's like 6 or 7 snacks.
Yeah.
Dinner. Yeah. And then maybe 2 or 3 more snacks.
If the vending machine counts as a meal, then yes, I've had lunch.
Some nights I have 4th meal.
Yeah. Dude, I love 4th lunch, dude.
Oh, buddy. Hey, 4th breakfast ain't bad now that they got a breakfast.
Isn't that what
menu.
Kevin says on the office? Or second lunch?
Second.
Lunch. Yeah.
Wait.
Kevin, he's talking about eating second lunch.
Yeah.
I had that for second lunch.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking of second breakfast, which is
lunch.
Lord of the Rings.
Oh, Bilbo Baggins.
What about second breakfast?
Yeah.
No, Marty and Pippi, the 2 buddies.
I don't fuck with
Frodo and Sam.
LOTR, brother.
You do. I've seen you watching it on your phone. He watches full feature-length films on his phone, ladies and gentlemen.
I used to know older people that hated that, said it was going to ruin cinema, said you could never enjoy a movie on your phone the way you could on a television or at a theater.
You can't.
And I said, that's fine until you do it one time and you do enjoy it. And you're like, oh,
you'll enjoy it, but it's not the same.
No, it's never going to be the same.
It's not as good.
It's never going to be the same. But I mean, though,
9.9% of the time, I'd rather watch it on a big screen.
To never not use the convenience was my point. Like, if I get on a plane, especially if I'm by myself, I'll download a 2-hour movie knowing that by the time the movie's over on my phone, we're gonna be landing.
I watch Netflix.
It keeps me
at
occupied,
work, dude.
you
If
know?
I'm depending on what I'm doing, if I'm running like my normal machines, I don't have a good place to put the phone. But when they put me in assembly,
My lunch break, you know, I pull up the Netflix and watch something, or I'll sit right on my little dash and
film,
yeah.
Yeah, I do more YouTube than anything, but I'll watch movies at work sometimes. It's you know, it is convenient. But most movies I would rather not even necessarily the big screen, just like on my couch, on my TV. It's nice to, you know, not have to crane your neck.
Yeah, I don't like craning my neck either, dude.
You can crane your neck, but you can't vulture your neck.
And I hate that. You can't buzzard it either.
You can crank it.
You can crank your hog.
Yeah, you can crank
Speaking
your
of
neck.
cranking hogs, man, what do you think about Diddy? They found like 1,000
lot of
bottles
baby oil.
of baby oil.
A
Yeah,
lot of baby oil, dude.
Wow.
I tell you this, when I got arrested in 2015, there was a bottle of baby oil at my house, at my mom's house, that was in the medicine cabinet.
and they took it
When I
for evidence.
when I moved back in with her when I got out in 2017, she lived in a different house. Same bottle of baby oil was in there. Fast forward
don't
to
use it a
2018,
lot,
we move out. I take it with me. It's still about 3/4 full.
Yeah.
Down there.
So what in the world, brother? That's crazy.
Baby oil wrestling. I have to assume he was doing a old school type of situation.
Do you think I owe Cat Williams an apology?
I do. I definitely said Cat Williams was full of shit.
So I don't owe him an apology.
No, you should. You also said he was full of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you do also owe him one too.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
I posted that picture of him after he got beat up by that 12-year-old, and I was like, "You guys are idiots taking advice from this guy." And then
when
literally
I
saw the clip.
When I saw him sprint that 4-second, dude, I was like, "Wait, he really can?" I'm sitting here wondering if he really read 1,000 fucking books a year.
He did the show with Shannon Sharp, and he was like, "I've turned down $50 million 4 times. So that virgin booty hole ain't playing with Diddy.
Dude, I'm telling
it ain't
you,
playing with him. You gotta tell him no."
He was telling the truth about everything.
Why do you think
fucking
man.
Rogan brought him on, dude? After he called him out, he was like, "I gotta smooth this over."
Yeah,
I'm
crazy.
telling you, dude.
All right, man. Here's my public apology to Cat Williams. I'm sorry.
Cat, we're sorry, dude. We're both sorry.
I just didn't think that Puff Daddy was the P Diddler. I didn't know.
That's not. I actually kind of believed that. It was.
I didn't know
enough.
Shit. I haven't kept up with Puff Daddy since the Godzilla '98 soundtrack, buddy.
Yeah.
Like I don't listen to. Like I was never.
Yeah, I mean, I only.
Why would I know?
Cursory because of like QAnon shit.
Yeah, I got you.
But it's weird, dude. It's weird that.
It's a weird. Yeah.
It's weird that it seems like they only go after certain sex offenders. You know what I mean?
I feel like I wonder if if there really comes a time where they get tired of playing with certain celebrities. Like I wonder if there's a time where they allow these things to go on for so long, and then one day they're like, "All right, well, I hope you had your fun because it's over now." Harvey.
That's supposedly the whole game. The
Epstein,
whole pedophilia game isn't satanic, yada yada yada. It's all about fucking honeypotting and blackmail.
Right.
So they get these people on the line. They say, "Hey, we know all the worst things you've done. So follow everything we want you to do, or we're going to tell the world." And I think sometimes it's not even that they've fucked up. It's just like, oh, we got to sacrifice one. We got to let somebody get eaten by the fucking shark.
Just to show the others that we do mean business.
Yeah. Or just to get them off our backs.
Or if some of them, too, probably get too cocky when they get a lot of money. They probably think that,
the thing with Diddy, he did his best to keep everything secret. I really don't think it's like a matter of he
Diddy, because I see
Diddy. I think...
Damn, that's good. Because I see plenty of videos of him now saying and doing weird shit in interviews and like talking to people, just the way like
he's
knowing
obviously
what we know now.
Yeah, well, hindsight is so 4 years ago.
Yeah, hindsight's that's
like
good,
that
dude. That's as good as Diddy.
But either way, look, what I'm saying is,
did he do it?
There's a lot of other shit going on.
Yeah.
And he didn't have to fuck up at all for them to want to throw the biggest one they had. Let's take our biggest fucking sex scandal celeb and roast him to get the fucking heat off of, who knows what. Those Israelis raping that little girl, those Israeli soldiers, all the other crazy fucking shit in the news.
It's a sick, twisted world, bro.
They supposedly found some shit, a bunch of secret documents at the Chernobyl site, the Russians did, You know what I mean? When they invaded Ukraine, all kinds of shit that's like supposed to be coming out in the news. And now the only thing you're going to hear about is, look, I'll say this, dude. The Hawk Tua girl has a podcast now.
Talk to her.
She's stayed relevant longer than the Trump assassination attempt. Now there's been, I wouldn't call it 2, 1.5.
Yeah.
Because that dude didn't even get a shot off.
Yeah.
And that kind of shit happens all the time. It like through every presidency, look it up. They stop like 100 madmen per president. Yeah. The one, rarely did they get a shot off. That's what was
that
weird
is.
about
I
that.
you know I didn't think about her being, because that happened pretty close to the same time.
Yeah, in the same week.
Yeah, and
Yeah, same week.
she's still relevant.
Still relevant. And
Good on her. I wish I could say something.
she's got a podcast now. Whitney Cummings was her first guest. You know, she's doing okay.
I like her.
She's giving a lot of money to animal charities. She'd never eat a dog.
No, she wouldn't, dude.
I'll tell you what.
She would never spit.
She
on
won't
that
set
thing.
foot in Springfield, Ohio.
Hell
I'll tell
nah,
you that,
dude. Hell
dude. She
nah.
couldn't handle
They're
it.
eating the dogs, eating the cats,
If
eating
she
your pets.
hears that they're eating the dogs,
Oh, dude.
she's going to spit on that thing,
Hell
dude.
yeah, dude. She's gonna go over to a third world country and spit on everybody.
Yeah.
And take the dogs.
Spit on the spit.
Spitting on the spit.
Spit
She's
on the
gonna
spit and get
spat
the dog off,
everywhere.
dude.
Yeah, dude. I love that, man.
Either way, where were we?
The diddler.
The diddler. The 2 assassination attempts. I'm just saying, it's pretty fucking. There's all kinds of shit that should be more relevant in the news.
Yeah.
It's just like, I can't remember what was going on at the same time as the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial a while back.
There was something.
But there was something huge going on underneath that, and that's like all that was in the news. I'm not saying the shit's not serious. I mean, now they got evidence that he put the hit out on Pac and all that shit, you know.
Yeah, and there's a lot of that going on too.
Well, how could he put the hit out on a man who's still alive and well, living in Cuba?
Yeah, how
You know
could
what I
he?
mean?
I could see that would be very. That would be fucking insane. You imagine you woke up one morning and that was like all over the news that like.
How come there's not a...
That Pac or that Diddy admitted to killing Pac?
Oh,
or that,
yeah.
like there was some type of proof that he did do it. Like that'd be fucking
How come there's
insane.
not a Tupac museum? How come there's not like a hip hop Hall of Fame?
As there should be.
You know what I mean?
Well,
they bring them into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
I was about to say,
now,
I think the
but-
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, like they have a lot of. I think there was one year like several of the finalists were not even like rock musicians.
Well, they
It was
only
like-
as of a couple of years
It was
ago.
like Run DMC and
Yeah.
Dolly Parton and like.
They just started
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
that though.
I think that's cool. And that is
I-
the history of rock and roll. So
in general, yeah, it's cool, but like,
we should have a hip hop museum though. I
Yeah.
think that would be cool.
that'd be cool. I mean, you know, there's a lot of fucking history there. Honestly, it's one of the more gone through sorts of history as far
Yeah.
as like pop culture and shit
Yeah.
like that. So you would figure they would have a Hall of Fame, a museum. I mean, you got all these like Elvis. I would just brought it up because there's an Elvis museum. People say Elvis is still alive. They say Tupac's still alive.
But he doesn't have a
He don't
museum,
have a
dude.
museum.
That's like the final. When he's finally gone for good, when there is no more that we can't have we'll get a Tupac museum for sure. But I mean, hip hop though, the influence that hip hop has had on everything, as far as just culture to pop culture to like everything, is insane.
Rock too,
You know, rock as well, yeah.
But hip hop is.
But hip hop
the
is like
biggest
the
by
fucking.
far,
I mean,
would
from
say.
Wu-Tang Clan to the Beastie Boys. I mean, everybody. Like, there's been so much that has been influenced by hip hop or.
Well, it's in a lot of.
We
rock
listen to
now.
hip hop.
It's
That
in
says a
of,
lot. Like, look at us.
Country now. You know,
Yeah.
the influence is
Yeah.
in everything.
I love
it's just.
I love rap. I
It
listen
seems
to
like
all
it would
sorts
have
of
its own
good shit.
museum. You know, fucking.
Not like two white guys on a couch.
Good
talking about how much
music
they
is
love
good
rap
music.
You know.
So when I say I like a little bit of everything, I do.
Yeah.
Certain genres just have less good shit.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And certain
you know,
genres have a lot of great shit to me. You know.
Yeah, and
It
as
just
far as
depends.
like just a fucking a banging song that's
Yeah.
gonna fucking get you going, I think hip hop and rock are tied.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. There's a lot of good hip hop that makes me want to just fucking rage or fight or
Rage
do
or
whatever. And
fucking
same with rock
shake
music.
the ass.
Work out, like whatever. Like rock and hip hop go hand in
But
hand.
country,
man.
not so much. It
Yeah,
makes me-
there's not much.
The best country songs just make me want to sit down and cry for a while.
Yeah, and that's how you know it's real, dude.
Yeah.
That's how you know, man.
And the worst ones make me want to kill myself, but that's all genres of music.
yeah,
When it's, you know, just cartoonishly bad.
yeah.
That's what, you know. Oh, you hear that?
Somebody's ripping ass outside.
Somebody's really torquing off.
Yeah.
Let's fix this camera, dude.
He's fixing the camera. I had a friend of mine the other day that listens to the show, and he said that measurements in Danny DeVito is genius.
Yeah, he's the perfect size.
Yeah, he said that he liked that. He thought that was cool.
I forgot to edit in the clip of Dustin actually standing next to it.
Oh yeah,
I'll have to post that to Facebook or something.
Put that on the reel, man.
I mean, he's like 6 inches from the ceiling, if that.
He literally walked in like I thought he was gonna have to duck. You know what I mean?
We gotta get him back over. Oh fuck! I was supposed to hit him up this weekend. I gotta go buy that monitor off him.
Yeah, we do need to have him back. I enjoyed having Dustin over here, man.
You know what would be sick, dude?
He's fun.
A big fucking giant, like, iguana, like a big stone iguana up on your computer desk, dude, with like a screen in it. Monitor lizard. Come on, dude. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
An iguana is a monitor lizard.
Oh, now I get
But
you.
also it's a computer monitor.
I didn't know where you were going with that.
That
makes sense.
Yeah.
I'll dap you up, dude. That's cool.
Hell yeah. You know, I've been working on it. I'm working on my monitor lizard material.
As you should. I think everybody should, even if you're not into it, you know.
I would like to be the guy that monitors the lizards.
Yeah, I'd like to watch lizards all day.
Yeah. I just make sure they're safe.
Yeah.
Or, make sure that they don't escape. Make sure everybody else is safe. Because if you get a bunch of lizards on the loose.
We've seen Rango, dude. I know how this ends.
Yeah, he lied in that movie, dude. He didn't even fucking save that town. It was all a big misunderstanding.
You lie like a rug, Rango.
That's a good movie, dude. That's my favorite cartoon about a lizard. What's yours? Dead air.
Dead air. Oh no, they've turned the show off.
You gotta stick around.
I feel like there's one. There's one on the tip of my tongue, man. That like, I know there's a lizard in something.
You're probably thinking of Franklin. He was a turtle.
I didn't like Franklin, so no.
He could count by twos and tie his shoes.
I know, dude. I was there. I watched it. He was the only thing stopping me from Big Comfy Couch. All right.
I like Big Comfy. How did you feel about Little Bear? Did you ever watch Little Bear?
Little Bear was decent.
I was a big Little Bear guy.
Like, I liked it for a minute, and then, I don't know.
What about Richard Scarry's World? Do you remember that?
I like Little Bear better.
Better than Richard Scarry's World?
Yeah.
Do you remember that pig, and his hat would always fly off in the wind?
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
I'll give you a cartoon, and you keep it, and then I'll keep saying them until you want to change your answer. All right, so, like, we'll start, like, Cow and Chicken.
Pass.
Okay. Hey Arnold.
Keep.
Okay. So would you take SpongeBob over Hey Arnold?
No.
Would you take?
I think Hey Arnold might be my favorite cartoon.
I fucked up on that.
My favorite kids cartoon.
Yeah. Hey Arnold was a banger, dude. Cat Dog.
Hey Arnold.
Yeah, he's gonna stick. Doug.
Hey Arnold.
Oh, that's tough though, ain't it? That's tough because I love Doug. Was awesome.
Doug
I would probably pick Hey Arnold, but Doug was.
It's probably honestly, it's Hey Arnold, then SpongeBob, then Rugrats, then Doug.
Yeah,
that's like my top 4.
Yeah,
but adult
Rugrats
cartoons
was like
different story. Futurama's my favorite adult cartoon.
Rugrats was like my favorite. I think when I was
loved
a kid.
Rugrats, dude.
I love that.
Super
show.
Diaper Babies.
As far as adult cartoons, that's too hard to pick, man. Because I've got too many favorites.
No, I don't think it is. I think it's you pick one out of all the ones you like, dude. Go. You made me do it.
My favorite adult cartoon all time.
Here we go, dude. We'll make it easy on you. Simpsons. Family Guy.
Oh God, there's nothing easy about that, dude. Family Guy.
All right. Family Guy. This will be real easy. I'll give you 3 right off the bat. Family Guy, American Dad, Cleveland Show.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. American Dad was fucking good. American Dad had some good shit in it, and Cleveland Show was fun, but Cleveland was just better off with the rest of
Yeah, I didn't care for Cleveland Show too much.
I don't think I would have enjoyed a Quagmire or a Joe spinoff either. I just don't think they worked without everybody else, man.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't want a show just about Peter.
Nah.
I mean, and we have one, and we have a show about Peter, and I wouldn't even want that.
Well, he is the guy.
But Family Guy, yeah, for sure.
Okay, let's put that up against Futurama.
Oh God damn it, dude, that's stressing me out, bro.
It's a hard one.
Man, because I love Futurama, dude. I've watched that fucking probably twice, maybe 3 times through.
That's an easy fave for me.
But God damn it, man.
There's a couple others I think are gonna trip you up, though.
I'm gonna go out of the 2. I'm gonna go with Family Guy, and the only reason is because I really cling tight to Family Guy because he really made me think about a lot of shit when I was like adolescent.
Did
like,
he?
Yeah, dude. Like the stem cell episode, like when Peter has the stroke and he gets stem cells, and then he comes out and he's like, why are we not funding this? Like, I had no idea that kind of shit was real.
Yeah,
and it made me,
when you hear it in joke form,
I mean?
it makes you like pretty aware which side you should take.
Yeah,
I mean?
I'm like, he's not wrong. So yeah, Family Guy over Futurama.
Right. Now it's gonna
that
be
made
hard.
me sick to my stomach saying that because I love
gonna be hard because I
Futurama.
don't think you're gonna be expecting this next one.
All right,
Family Guy versus Aqua Teen.
Oh fuck me, dude. And when I said earlier my top 5s, I was gonna put Aqua Teen. Yeah, I gotta go Aqua Teen, dude. Aqua Teen over Family Guy.
Since you picked Aqua Teen, I only got one that I think
will trip me up.
Will go against Aqua Teen. Rick and Morty.
Oh god damn it, dude. So I didn't like Rick and Morty when it first came out.
Still don't.
I will say that. The people I was living with at the time, they were really into it. I think the first season was out, maybe.
Probably.
And so I sat and watched it, and I was like, okay, like I get what the hype's about. Like it's funny, like it's cool.
It's fine.
And then the second season come out, and then I was like, God damn, dude, I hate that I fucking love this show.
Yeah.
And then, but now
against Aqua Teen?
Nah, Aqua Teen, dude.
That's your number one?
I think Aqua Teen's probably my number one, man. As far as like that kind of shit goes, yeah, man, Aqua Teen's.
I don't dislike Rick and Morty, and I get it.
Yeah.
It's just I don't like it. You know what I mean? It's just like I can't sit down and watch it. I also didn't like that dude's other show, Community. I could never get into Community. Had tons of people I liked on it. I know it's a funny show, but it's just not my flavor. Plus, Rick and Morty is very much similar to Futurama, and there's a lot of smart jokes and a lot of crude jokes. It's sci-fi based, so it I don't think it's copying Futurama. I just think I get all I need from Futurama.
If there was a show that would rival, so obviously just based on that, I would probably put Family Guy in my top 5. Clearly, I really like Family Guy. I like Rick and Morty as well. Aqua Teen, the only show I've ever watched.
Yeah, we're white guys.
Yeah, the only show I've ever watched that rivals my love for Aqua Teen was Bill Burr's F is for Family.
Oh, that was good. Yeah, I forgot to watch
really fucking love that show, dude.
Well, dude,
that's in my top 5 100%. It's F is for Family. That show fucking kicks ass.
I'm not just saying this so black people will like me, but the first 3 seasons of the Boondocks are up there for me.
Fun as fuck. Too,
they might be. They're probably in the top 5 for sure.
Yeah, Boondocks
definitely
was fun, dude.
Futurama, then Simpsons, then Family Guy. No. Futurama, Simpsons, then Aqua Teen, then Family Guy, then Boondocks.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Yeah. But yeah, F is for Family was, I watched it twice back to back. I finished it and I was like, man.
I guess those are just more short-lived, so I don't really count them. I also really liked that Midnight Gospel that Duncan Trussell had on there.
That'll make you feel a type of way, man.
Yeah, and have your feelings. Yeah. And then you got your in-the-middle cartoons that are for kids and adults, like Adventure Time.
I forgot.
Regular show.
Yeah, I was about to say regular show, dude. I know it's not an adult cartoon.
It's in the middle, though.
But it's in the middle.
For kids and adults. I would also say that with shit like Rocko's Modern Life, which, now
Ren
that I think about it, would be in my top 5 kids. Ren and Stimpy.
If there was a middle ground top 5,
Daria. Beavis and Butthead.
Dude, what are we doing, dude? Daria's
Mission
in my
Hill.
I'm out here Daria's in my top 5. All right, top 5, dude. Aqua Teen Hunger Force, Family Guy, F is for Family, Rick and Morty, Daria.
Daria's got to be
I'm doing it
there,
right
dude.
there. That's my top 5. I'm sticking to it. So you got it on tape. That's my top 5.
But there's all
if there's a middle ground top 5 though, regular show takes the cake.
Regular show's in there.
Fucking amazing, bro.
I know people shit on oh, dude, adults that liked Adventure Time are gay, nerds.
Yeah, fuck
but also
them,
I'll
dude.
put Adventure
Time's
Time
fun, man,
and all of that type of shit in there.
Yeah,
but regular
those are good
shows
shows.
Just straight up a good funny.
They're supposed to do
cartoon
a new regular show. It's like a spinoff.
That'd
I don't know.
cool.
I don't know who all's going to be on it, character wise. And I'm glad that it's going to be its own thing and not another season because it ended so good.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Pop. But yeah,
my kid loves regular show. Dude.
Yeah, it's a great fucking show, dude. That was another one I started watching about the time Rick and Morty was really popping because I'd never watched regular show.
Oh yeah,
and then I binged the fuck out of it.
I used to love Metalocalypse, dude. Home movies.
Home
is
movies is great.
Space
Ghost, Coast to Coast, baby.
Squidbillies, you know, they're
Show.
all in there. Brack Show, all the old Adult Swim shit in general was pretty big. And then you can go, if we're talking cartoons, you can go into anime and shit. We don't, you know, we don't have to pick.
No,
we can like all the shows.
We don't have to pick. Cowboy Bebop's the greatest ever. We don't have to pick anything.
What about regular? Let's talk dramas though. Let's grow up, motherfuckers.
All right, man. We're on.
Let's talk
like drama TV shows.
Television dramas. They don't have to be prime time. Just in general, you can go Sopranos, Dexter style. You can go Party of Five, dude. You can go fucking Seventh Heaven. Anything. Obviously, a lot of good shit on HBO.
I would say that
Showtime, though.
Sopranos, 100%. It's probably my favorite all time. I've watched the whole series 3 times, I think 4 times. I got the DVD box set. You know, I'm kind of a fan. But when I was younger, I really liked The Shield with Michael Chiklis and Walt Goggins and all them.
Well, dude, I was gonna say The Wire.
The Wire.
I put The Wire slightly over Sopranos just because I watched it first.
Yeah, The Wire's good. I watched The Wire after I watched The Shield because I watched The Shield like the last season with my dad. I think I was like a freshman or sophomore in high school, and then later on I rewatched the whole thing. Realized why my mom was never okay with me watching the show. Well, she was mad at my dad because it's a fucked up show. But I remember after I watched The Shield as an adult, somebody had recommended The Wire. And they're like, well, if you like that, you'll probably dig the Wire. And then after that was Sopranos. But it's wild because as much as I like The Shield and The Wire, once I watched The Sopranos, I was like, this is it. This is the best. But all those shows are fucking fantastic, man. Yeah. I didn't hate Sons of Anarchy. The first few seasons of Sons is great. I think once Opie died, I really lost interest in the show. I think that really kind of did me in, man.
Get into, but I did like Sons of Anarchy and Breaking Bad. But I never got super into either one of them.
I liked Breaking Bad for a minute. I was like really into it, and then I was like, whatever.
6 Feet Under.
6 Feet Under.
That's the big one for me.
Californication's in my top 5.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot about that one.
That's up there with The Sopranos for me.
Yeah, that one.
Californication's probably number 2 behind Sopranos for me.
I liked The Shameless.
Shameless is fun. Game of Thrones was fun.
Oh yeah, that's a drama. That counts. A lot of good dramas out there. Dude.
I love
what else
that
you
shit,
got?
man. At one point in time, dude, Friday Night Lights was one of my favorite shows.
Friday
dude.
Night Lights?
That was a
good one, dude.
A cool coming of age type drama for teenagers, young adults, and old people.
Did you ever watch that Nurse Jackie?
I did not. I know what it is, but I never. Yeah,
I like
ER was fucking badass
back
too.
in the day. My mom watched the shit out of that show. My mom did too.
Yeah, that's what got me into like dramas. It was Law and Order and ER.
The United States of Terror was good. Remember that one? We talked about that before. That was a pretty good one.
90210 was fun. It was not really a drama, but
I watched.
It was kind of a fucking drama in the beginning. So True Blood. I would consider True Blood a drama.
Yeah, 100%. It's a fantasy drama, but it's just like
Game
of Thrones is a fantasy drama.
I could probably put True Blood on my top 5 too, man.
I was big on True Blood, big fan of that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of some like cable TV dramas other than like The Wire and Shield
that were like really like serious adulty like.
Well, I guess Law and Order's, in there. You
SVU
got about
was
a bajillion
rough,
episodes.
Dude.
Yeah.
Some people, there's a really fine line on people with Grey's Anatomy. Like, there's people that love Grey's and people that hate Grey's.
Yeah, it ain't for me. I'm not big on medical shows in general. I
think my problem with Grey's is like it kept going for too long. It's still going today. Like, I feel like sometimes you should just end something. But one thing we've never agreed on, dude, and I love to bring this up, is House. The boy hates House, man. I love House.
Yeah, not a House fan.
But I think that's because I grew up kind of watching House, and it just kind of... Now, if I watched it as an adult, I probably wouldn't find it nearly as entertaining or good. But when I was growing up, I watched a lot of House, and I watched a lot of One Tree Hill.
One Tree Hill was all right. A few of those like ABC Family type shows. that I wasn't like.
Original. What was that one? The OC. The OC was fun.
The OC, yeah, man.
Is that Adam Brody?
Adam Brody.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the OC, cool. Man. One of the dudes that is on that was on that, is like a California, America, right back where we started from, California.
Ah, so good, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, let me tell you about this fucking nightmare I had the other night, dude.
Hell yeah.
Since we were talking about singing silly songs, so I told you earlier that like the Kansas City Cincinnati Bengals game really rattled me.
Yeah.
Like it really bothered me. So like I was just pissed off because the Bengals lost as per usual. But I had this dream the other night, dude. So I've recently like I don't know, I'm not as big of a Taylor Swift fan as I used to be.
Right.
I've slowly started distancing myself from the Swifties. I'm leaving the cult. But I had this horrible fucking dream the other night that the Kansas City Chiefs won a third Super Bowl in a row. All of my friends and all of my family was all decked out in Kansas City shit. And everybody I knew was celebrating, and they were like flooding the streets about it. And everybody was singing that the Taylor Swift song. I can't think of the name of it, but
now we got
I can see you.
I don't know that one.
I can see you. Something, whatever, dude. I'm not in the right state of mind. But anyways, everybody was singing it, and it reminded me of the scene from Jennifer's Body when everybody's singing the Low Shoulder song through the trees. And she knows that they're bad guys, but everybody's sold into, and that's what it felt like, dude. Everybody was Chiefs fans, and they were all singing Taylor Swift, and I was like, no, stop it. And I felt like Amanda, is it Seyfried?
Seyfried.
Yeah, I felt like her.
Good movie, dude.
Yeah.
Great movie.
So good. But yeah, I thought you would appreciate that.
Great song. Whole.
Yeah. And that was Adam Brody. He was the lead singer of Low Shoulder.
He was a bad guy.
Yeah. They're in a sacrificer to the devil.
Yeah, great movie.
God damn, Jennifer's Body rules, man. That's a.
It was one of those that was like lauded as, or like not lauded. It was like, what's the word I'm looking for? Smeared as like cheesy and campy and crappy.
Once you watch it as an adult, you're like, nah, this movie fucks.
No, yeah, dude.
Really good double feature I like to do is Ginger Snaps and Jennifer's Body. I like to watch those.
Throw a little American Mary in there.
Oh, American Mary's so good.
It's the same chick from
Ginger
Snaps.
Yeah, Catherine Isabel. Yeah, she's fucking badass, dude.
Yeah, maybe a little I Spit on Your Grave.
Yeah.
I love a good female revenge movie, dude.
Yeah, dude.
What was this other one I watched? It was similar to I Spit on Your Grave, where this chick escapes like sex slavery, and then she goes around like freeing the other like women and shit through the whole movie. It just came out like maybe 10 years ago, but it was pretty good.
Was it Mad Max?
No. I've never seen a single Mad Max movie.
Oh, dude, we got to take you to the Thunderdome, motherfucker.
Never saw the first one.
Those the original 3 with Mel Gibson are fine. They're fun. I watched them when I was a kid.
There's an original 3?
Yeah.
There was just the original 1, and then they made Gibson. The one with
There's Mad Max, Mad Max 2, and then I think Mad Max 3 is Thunderdome. And then they did the new one with Tom Hardy, and then they have the new one out, Furiosa, with Anya Joy-Taylor.
What's Fury Road?
Fury Road's the one with Tom Hardy.
Okay.
And then Furiosa is the prequel to that.
Don't they have like a game and shit, too?
Yeah.
And some other shit?
Yeah.
I've heard it's a big universe. But I didn't know there was.
I think you would fuck with the one with Tom Hardy. Honestly, you would like the old. You would like the old ones too with Mel Gibson. They're fun, man. It's kind of like it reminds me like Death Race, kind of like it's got.
I haven't abstained because they look bad. I just like thinking about it. Some people have like never seen The Godfather or whatever.
I watched it. I watched it one time. I was a kid, and my dad, for some reason, like on the weekends, he would have TNT on, and they'd always have like movie marathons, especially in the summer. And I remember catching a lot of the Jaws movies.
Oh, yeah. I saw those on TV back in the day.
I remember watching Mad Max on TNT when I was a kid, and that's what that's what I knew Mel Gibson for was Mad Max.
Must have missed it.
Yeah.
I knew him from The Patriot because they showed us that in like 4th grade.
Banger
we watched
of a movie
it in school during like testing
season. And
I'm
not doing a bit, don't laugh, but I seen that they're doing Passion of the Christ too.
I've done a bit about Passion of the Christ too. A Family Guy did a bit about Passion.
No. I mean, like I'm not saying it like right now, like I was making.
We've all
but I didn't
joked about.
But no, but I didn't want to say it.
They're really.
I didn't want to say it, and you think that I was
No,
that you didn't read it and you
No,
think
yeah,
I was fucking with you. Like, no, they're really doing a sequel.
It's called The Resurrection.
So 3 days he was dead, and then when he comes back, correct?
I'm assuming, yeah. That's the only thing that makes sense. I don't think Mel Gibson, as fucking crazy as he is gonna make a Left Behind apocalypse type movie.
Is he directing it?
Yeah.
And the same dude that played Jesus is coming back.
Caviezel.
Caviezel.
Who's big into right wing shit now. He's like a big right wing movie guy.
He's a big Christian.
Yeah, he's been a big Christian.
Well, I mean, though,
isn't it crazy though? This is true. He got struck by lightning.
Yeah,
he got struck by lightning while filming, while playing Jesus. That's one of those things that they say is a sign from God.
And lived, yeah.
Like if lightning struck you, you can see that as a good sign or a bad sign.
If you live, yeah, for sure, it's a good sign. My great aunt got struck twice.
Yeah, fucking Bethany's grandpa got struck twice, and they say it never strikes the same place twice.
Yeah,
but the same person. Dude, once you have become a fucking a cable for electricity to run through once, it's probably gonna happen again.
Yeah. She was standing on something. I can't remember if it was a heat register or something metal back in the day, and she said she felt it go through her, it felt it come out of her head, it shocked the fuck out of her, and she dropped. And then the other time she was coming in the house, and she grabbed the door handle, and it hit the door handle.
Got her.
And got her. Yeah.
You gotta be careful.
And I said, that's insane,
especially in the
dude.
Country. If you don't have anything tall around you, that's the worst.
Yeah, you're getting it.
Yeah,
you're getting Thored.
That's why you always see those giant lightning rods on. There's all over Madison. You see houses with. I just started paying attention to them the other day.
Smart, really.
Tons of lightning rods. But yeah, just
you never know when Odin's son's gonna come down here and.
It is crazy that they say that is a sign, and then they kept filming. It's crazy they're making a Passion of the Christ too. Jesus is mad.
I think they're mad that Deadpool broke the record, and they're like, well, let me show you a little something.
I think Caviezel, who was I would never call him an A-list, but he is a good actor.
Oh, I've seen him in shit that I really like. Yeah.
And he is like I said, I don't agree with his politics and shit, but he is
he's a great actor. Yeah. I got nothing against him.
But he did that little pedophile movie, right, and got zero critical acclaim for it. I think he hates being in the background. I think him and Mel was like, no, let's bring Christ back.
Yeah, let's resurrect Jesus one last time.
Yeah, for the
will you watch it?
The Big Dirty.
You gonna watch it?
Fucking hole. I'd like to believe Jesus comes back. And he gets the disciples back together for one last heist. You know what I mean?
And it's Ocean's 12 in Jerusalem.
Yeah, and he goes in and he flips the tables over. And he says, never will there ever be a land called Israel.
What was that? What was the Family Guy when he comes back? This time.
Passion of the Christ 2. Yeah. God's pissed.
Yeah, whatever. He's in that fucking convertible. He's cruising down the road.
He says, but he that is without sin, kick the first ass or something like that.
Something silly.
Yeah, man,
I'll probably watch it.
I think it's fucking crazy that they're making it.
He's really upset. Then they're gonna milk it and make it a trilogy, dude.
They're gonna do. I mean, they'll probably do a full blown Second Coming movie where he comes back and he's everybody gets raptured, and
that would be crazier than what they're doing now.
That would be crazy.
Making another movie that continues the story where it left off about him being dead and then resurrection, all that. That's fine.
Keeping it what's in the Bible.
They should not do anything
set
in the year 2031 where Jesus comes back in the rapture. They should. That's blasphemous.
I'm weary of new text, right?
Get fucking
so I don't
real.
fuck with the Mormons.
Yeah,
I don't fuck with a Christian Scientist or Seventh-day Adventist or any of that shit.
That's what my great grandmother was. She was a Seventh-day
Adventist. Yeah, they believe in all these writings from this bitch and from the 1800s.
Yeah, that shit's weird, dude.
There's a lot of weird little Christian sects that are oh, we believe the Bible, but we also read this.
We also believe in Joseph Smith and his gold plates.
And he had magic glasses where only he could read them. And he said, I could have 10 wives. Yeah. It just sounds like something is made up. You know what I mean?
What a wild bitch. That's crazy.
No, I did find gold plates. Oh, cool. Where are they? Well, it doesn't matter because only I can read them through a special stone. Oh, where's the stone?
Yeah.
Don't know. Lost it. By the way, I get 10 wives and no black people in the church.
It's insane, dude. It's insane that is still an ongoing, and people judge the Heaven Gates kids for drinking the Kool-Aid and trying to jump on that comet.
The Waco They were
Waco,
Seventh-day Adventists.
One last Koresh.
Yeah. One last Koresh. They were Seventh-day Adventists. They basically, so their whole thing is like, the apocalypse is coming, God's coming back. There's a date, October 22nd, 1844, where they believed was like going to be the end.
Yeah.
Here's a fun one for you. Remember how we talked earlier about how the song "Football Season Is Over" by Bring Me the Horizon is referencing Hunter S. Thompson's Suicide Note by the same name. The song by AFI, "The Great Disappointment," is referencing an event that is specific to Seventh-day Adventist, which was October 22nd, 1944, when they believed the world was going to end, and it didn't. They called it the Great Disappointment. Called it the Great Disappointment because they made the same prediction 2 years before, and it didn't happen. They called that one the Little Disappointment.
Look at this guy.
Isn't that crazy?
That is.
Stop wanting the world to end.
Now I've got last
I get
Koresh
it, you want to go to heaven. You're going to die within 100 years. If you're going to heaven, you're going to go. Leave the rest of us out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm tired of these motherfuckers.
He's mad about it, dude. And you can pick up a One Last Koresh t-shirt at westernevil.com, dude.
I'm mad about you, dude.
I'm gonna try to get Neil on the show, my buddy Neil.
That'd be cool.
I really want to reach out and see if because he's done one before. I think he did like a true crime podcast with somebody. I didn't get to watch it. It's on my to-do list,
This place sucks.
But he fucking
that would be the dude for the style of merch we want to get eventually.
Shit, dude. He's he rules, dude, and he's all about the true crime shit. But he really does. That's what reminded me of that One Last Koresh, man. I thought that was cute.
I was thinking it would be cool to do like a "This Place Sucks," burn it all down, type of thing.
Yeah.
Or like another one would be like a "This Place Sucks, I Hate It Here."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we gotta have I Hate It Here somewhere. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know why people want the world to end so goddamn bad, dude.
I don't.
I like it here.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't, but in general,
I want the world to stay. I want people to keep on living long after. I think they don't care what happens after they die. They just want to die and take the whole world with them.
Yeah, very selfish.
Mob mentality. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like if I go down, you're all going down with me, and I'm going down.
Yeah.
So they want the whole world to end. That's why they want all this fucking crazy shit to happen in the fucking Middle East. The only reason fucking Christian evangelists in the West are backing fucking Israel so hard is they want them to wipe out fucking the West Bank. They want them to build the third temple so that the biblical signs will happen. I genuinely feel like if you make the prophecy happen, like if you push it, it's not a fucking prophecy.
No,
it's just the consequences of your actions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Crazy. It's a crazy place, man.
Self-fulfilling prophecy. Suck my nuts, dude. Yeah. Self-sucking prophecy. I make a prediction that I will suck my own dick.
And then they do it. Whoa!
Nuts.
How'd that happen?
Nutstradamus.
I like that, dude.
Also, a lunatic, dumbass.
Nostradamus?
Yeah.
Never hung out with him, man. What was he like, dude?
Quatrain 4, Quatrain 6,
What'd y'all do?
referencing. He's just like, he was a
What'd
poet.
y'all do? I've never read anything.
You've never heard of him?
No, I've heard of him. I never
I think he was
into
just
him.
a crackhead. None of his predictions ever came true. Not a single one of them. People would be like, oh, when he said the great eagle would be taken out of the sky by the yada, yada, yada. That was 9/11. And I'm like, no. No, I think it's just a poem about a fucking eagle, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy. Fuck
and
psychics,
there you have
dude.
it, folks. Fuck Nostradamus.
I don't like predictions. Quit making them, dude, unless you're gambling. Unless you're going to put some money down, I don't want to fucking hear it.
Yeah.
You think the world's ending, motherfuckers? Go on down to the sports book at Belterra.
Red 18, dude.
Bet on the goddamn world end. You can go on some gambling websites that you bet on.
I'm going to put money on Red 18 while we're out there.
Why 18?
Pat McAfee told a story that he was gambling one night and Peyton Manning walked by him and said, put it all on Red 18, and Red 18 hit, and he won a bunch of money off of it. Then somebody else like confirmed that was a thing because Peyton Manning was actually like cool. Like he plays that like that dude, but like outside of football, like they said he was like chugging Budweisers and partying and like being fucked, you know. But Pat told that story that he called Red 18 one night and he won a bunch of money off of it. and everybody says like it's a funny now, like Red 18.
Yeah. Well, shit, let's try it.
All because of Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning's
we
fucking,
get some.
I'm down with that, dude.
Bullshit
I
in the
love
casino. We get
Peyton
some kind of discount bets and shit.
We
got
a casino. There's a casino inside our hotel, isn't there?
Yeah. Damn near every hotel out there has at least a game room.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? Like at least a slots room, something. Shout out Pat Tillman. I've been thinking a lot about Pat Tillman. You remember him?
Yeah.
No. The Marine who went AWOL and like killed a bunch of police officers and all that shit.
That's not the Pat Tillman. I know,
Isn't that the guy I'm thinking of? Also, who was that big black officer out in L.A. who went crazy and he like killed, and there was like a big manhunt for him. It's like the biggest manhunt ever.
Let's take a breath here, dude. You're talking a whole lot of gibberish right now. Pat Tillman was a football player. And he was a soldier, and he fought and died for country while he was under contract in the NFL.
Oh, no. He was the guy who got friendly fired.
Pat Tillman.
Yeah. No, he was taken out by the U.S. government. Yeah. You haven't seen that case, like the court-martial release and all that shit? About how the friendly fire was like...
I never got into it.
No.
I just know he died, and he's like, oh, he was a big deal.
Soldier is like, nobody's ever admitted to being the one that like fired the friendly fire
And why would they?
That was a weird one. The guy I'm thinking of
Chris
was...
Kyle.
No, not Chris Kyle. The cop who killed cops. Christopher Dorner.
Oh, how
Christopher
could I
Dorner.
forget Christopher Dorner? You said that like that was such a...
Well, dude, he hated... Like, he worked for the LAPD.
Yes, I remember
knew the
now.
fucking about the gang.
Well,
he knew about the racist
you
shit.
You threw me off with the Pat Tillman comment.
Well, I was reading about Pat Tillman earlier.
Yeah.
And it fucking...
I forget who he
got
played
stuck
for.
in my head.
But he was good, though.
Friendly fire.
Yeah. Shame. R.I.P. Pat Tillman.
Yeah, well, it's all jokes, guys. Don't shout out Christopher Dorner.
Whoa, dude. The camera's fucked up. I couldn't salute. I said R.I.P. Pat Tillman.
Hell yeah, dude. Thank God for a thick rod, you know what I mean?
Absolutely, man.
Well, dude, this was a real loose one, dude.
I thought it was a good episode.
It was a real loose
I think
one.
everybody else listening to it, too, is thinking that.
I hope so, man. I just, we just talking. We
talking.
didn't have nothing special for y'all today. We just
today,
wanted to hang out.
I think there's a niche group of people that like these, where we talk about just the randoms and the things we like, and
Yeah, and this is
cool. That was the topic today. It was shit we like. So
we're going out to Vegas next week.
Yep.
And after that, the sky's the limit. You know what I mean? We're gonna hit big. We're gonna get a bunch of money.
We're gonna win $10,000.
We're gonna meet a bunch of people. Podcast gonna take off, and what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Unless you don't come back, then you stay in Vegas too.
Did you ever see the Norm Macdonald bit on Conan, where he's like talking about? He's like, that saying, "What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas."
Oh yeah.
He's like, well, that's not true. You can't murder somebody in Vegas. They'll come get you from your home, no matter where you live. Well, I learned what it's referring to is you can have sex with a prostitute in Las Vegas, and she will not tell your wife. Unlike these loudmouthed small town whores.
Yeah, dude, I'm excited. I'm excited to be back in the Veg.
Yeah, dude. It should be
cool.
fun, man.
It'd be a good time. We're gonna have fun.
Well, we'll see you guys next time.
Yep, love y'all. Mwah.